looked like she was like anything. You get me?
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
Yeah, because she asked him, is this what she talking about when the judge asked Nesto to talk and he wouldn't say nothing? The cat had his tongue. What'd you say, sir? Huh? The judge said, huh? Nesto said, the judge said, what you say? Nesto said, not a damn thing. Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Shout out to all my subscribers. Special shout out to all my members. Thanks for being a part of the foodie community. You're getting early access to some content, exclusive content, special shout outs, and member shorts. Check out the link in the description box to join. 12/29/23 for the record. And of course, this is following Tasha K's interview. I've been following the order of her visits after Tasha K interview. And she's still living. She's on the, what is it, apex or the crust of YouTube. Let's see how her channel's going. We went from this. And look at her face. 10 seconds before the call ends. Why is she making that face? We went from this to this. The hair looks cute. And I'm really not up for Nesto and Sonya feeding us this bull about, I like your hair and it's your hair. It's your hair. I'm not up for it, but whatever, Nesto. You need to give us some of that that's on your face, on top of your head. Why does his head look so fat here? Anyway, let's go.
What'd you say?
Middle part doesn't work. My bangs are too long.
Oh, God, dog.
Work.
I didn't know she was talking about it as soon as he picked up the phone, y'all. Or as soon as she picked up the phone. I didn't know she was explaining to Nesto why her hair looked the way it do, as if an inmate's opinion matters. Jeez, what a life.
Middle part don't work.
Huh? Hold on.
My bangs are too long.
What'd you say?
Middle part doesn't work. My bangs are too long.
When did he tell you to do a middle part, Sonya? When did he tell you to do? Have y'all ever heard Nesto say, do a middle part? I want you to wear a middle part in your head when you come visit me. What is the deal with the middle part? And like someone said in my comments, if it's your hair, why can't you wear a middle part? This girl brings this on herself. Self-torture. Like I said, this is cute. Why do you have to bring attention to it and explain to an inmate why your hair is the way it is? It's cute. Why are you explaining yourself?
That's okay, but I like that right there. That's good. That's good enough for me. Yeah. You should wear that on your next cast.
Huh?
Your next podcast, whatever you do.
Look at your hair. Look all nice. Got a haircut?
Last week.
Nesto got Preacher in the front, or Jackson 5 in the front, and dang on there, Mr. T on the side. Let's look at that side profile again.
It's podcast, whatever you do.
Podcast.
Look at your hair. Look all nice. Got a hair?
What is that? Preacher or Jackson 5 in the front, and dang near Mr. T on the side. A-team or whatever you want to call it. What is it? Al Green in the front. and Moesha's dad on the side. Or is it Moesha's dad in the front? And I don't know, y'all. Okay, let me stop. I don't know. Look, we are 35 seconds into this visit. Why have I been talking for 5 minutes?
Okay.
Last week. I got one last week, so that's it. Yeah, but I'm gonna get all this cut off. I'm gonna get it cut down just for you.
Yeah, that right there, that part.
Stop showing us that nasty neck. Ugh. Yeah. Y'all just had this conversation. Just had it last week. Ugh. Ugh. Homeless person by the neck.
Yeah. The neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
It's keeping you warm.
Yeah, because it's freezing in here.
But leave it on till you go to court.
I am. But thank you for changing the game for me, because I need to change. Damn. Yeah, I need to change. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's how you're going to... Yeah, that shit long as hell.
Yeah, it grows real fast. That's that Caucasian in me.
Lord, have mercy.
Okay, then that's cool then. Yeah, so put your little glasses on and rock that for your next part. When you gonna do that again?
Things are like this.
Girl, goodbye.
That is long.
So,
Girl, goodbye.
Yeah, so I can appreciate that.
It's hard to do something, and it stays in a ponytail, which grows my hair fast as shit. The ponytails that I wear. So by the summertime, I'll figure it out, and then if it's not doing anything, I'll just get a haircut. You know.
So when she say it's the Caucasian in her, is she talking about? And y'all forgive me. Is she talking about during slavery times when Massa had sex with her ancestor? Is that what she's talking about? Is that the Caucasian in her she's referencing? In the slave days? Did she ever explain? I think she said something a little more in detail about where she gets some white from. Which didn't make no sense. But anyway.
Just like bob it or something, but this should be like here by the.
Oh, okay.
Just cut up.
Yeah, it's long. It's super long now. That thing down there by your neck.
It is. Nesto.
That was down by your back.
Between the bra and the what's the name? It's like this far.
Nesto don't know his neck from his back.
Okay. Well, once ain't that cold until you with no jacket on.
It's in the car. It didn't match. I just got it for warm. Because look at my boots. They're crazy. Can't really see them.
You love them boots, don't you? You love boots. You love yourself.
Thank God we didn't see them.
Okay.
Crazy ass boots, actually. And I didn't know what to wear them with. But,
Look at that track.
They look crazy.
Okay, but that's what you good.
So listen, so I was reading my comments yesterday, and that one girl who keeps texting me all kind of stuff about the law, and he's not guilty. Do this, call this, do that. She knows Erica.
That's what he told you.
Talking about Erica, and she was saying that he didn't do that shit. That was stuff that Erica does because he's not that type of person. She knows you, I think. She definitely knows Erica. Definitely knows Erica. She wrote me this long, huge, 4 paragraphs under my comments. And she's been writing me all the while. But I read it last night. And it was just really long. And I'm like, well, who wrote this long ass shit? So I went back up to the top, and it's that same person that keep writing me stuff. Because she kept breaking Erica down and saying that that's what Erica be doing. And Erica be out here doing shit like this. Erica got a criminal record. Like, she was just breaking Erica down. Like, that's Erica. That he couldn't have did that. How somebody gonna, because, they kept trying to say, oh, it's all on him. And she was like, no, that ain't him. That's all Erica.
Wow.
That stuff that you and Erica got going on.
So where's the follow-up, Sonya? He told you the last time you said that that person probably knows Erica. Now he's thinking of somebody that's trying to defend him for Erica, but now the commenter is putting everything on Erica. Okay, where's the follow-up, Sonya? Look at her. Look at her. I don't know what she looked like there. Beetlejuice.
Really? Okay.
Which everybody know. I mean, you could tell from over the time, but just listening that you ain't got the insight to do that shit. That on that whole all that conspiracy shit. You
Too
ain't got
dumb.
the insight to do that. That's some shit that's on Erica.
Too dumb.
And even think to make that shit up or bring it to the table to say let's do this. That's something a person wouldn't think to do unless they do that shit. And that's something she had to bring to the table. But y'all, the text messages, that's why I think they stalling on everything, because your lawyer need to get them text messages from your phone. And because you didn't delete anything. All your text messages are still on your phone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I bet you the cop gonna try to delete that shit. Anything that make you innocent, she gonna delete that shit.
Y'all, this really, really proves how stupid. She just needs to be quiet. Y'all heard people say, you really can't tell how stupid a person is until they start talking. Something like that. Y'all heard that before, right? She was sitting there looking cute, and then she started talking. First of all, if somebody's in your comments writing essays about how Nesto's innocent, why are you not following up with that person? Do you not know how to click on that person? Do you not know how to use your PI to find that person? A, and then B, why are you asking this man about his text messages? We know she pretends that Nesto's innocent, but you know this man not innocent, right? And you sitting up here talking about his text messages, and he's shaking his head, yeah, quietly, as if we can't see him. We see you, Nesto. You still got him, and they probably got him too. That's why you still in jail.
Okay. Okay. So what happened on the other thing you tell me about? Saying that you talked to 40,000 followers. The innocent thing. The innocent project. Yeah.
Yeah, I found out. They have a site online, and he's got like 40,000 followers. So I reached out to him because that's what he does. I don't know what state he does it in. That's what he does. So even just getting on his podcast, because somebody commented and wanted to interview me, but I don't know who it is. And they kept trying to say that girl Pam, who is a blogger, but she's also a lawyer, is willing to help, but she's not free. I'm like, hell, ain't nobody free apparently. So at this point, it's just a matter of getting the money up, which we only have.
That's what it. Yeah.
So yeah. It's a slow. I'm like, I could have got a job and put my paycheck to this, and just work
like a dummy.
Just got it up with all of this time that's going by.
Like a dummy.
Here nor there.
Well, thank God you're not that much of a Riri.
So they were talking, and just listen, because everybody keeps trying to speculate with this baby thing. Somebody said it 3 times because I looked at my live yesterday.
Anybody got a rope? Anybody got a rope? I don't want to hear about this mystery baby. This is why this girl can't get nothing done for Nesto, because she's worrying about the wrong thing. Can you stick with the lady that keeps commenting about Nesto's innocence? Can you keep bothering the person that has the podcast with 40,000 followers that works with the Innocence Project? Can you actually contact Pam, who was trying to offer some assistance? Can you reach out to Pam, please? Can you reach out to Pam?
I looked, reviewed it, and then somebody kept bringing up, a baby, but I don't know if they was trying to talk about the baby that I had at the house and trying to say that. You get me?
Why are you bringing it up?
Or there's a baby, right? Because there's 3 people that always get on there with an attitude and always be trying to go in and say little slick shit out their mouth and, oh, this person, and I can't believe you're, and I'm like, it's a one-sided story. You can't sit here and tell the whole story and it goes to trial and all the evidence is out. You can't say anything. A person could sit there and say this, that, and the other all day long. I mean, I really broke it down on that. I just got to get it where the judge sees it, because it's going to really
see what
case. You get me? Because I was like, okay, you want to say this is, somebody kept trying to go in and like as if they knew you. It was like a person that either know you or they know somebody that know you. Somebody got in their ear or something to that effect or whatever. They were also saying, did your wife ever file bankruptcy? 2019.
Why?
They pulled it up. They pulled up her bankruptcy. This, let me tell you what the blogger
So
did.
what?
Okay, they pulled up her bankruptcy, and she went and she marked single. They going off of that she put single on her bankruptcy, that they can't find it. So
Shirley lied.
out what they do is, and this is what another girl did, and you ain't got to comment on it.
I'm not saying nothing.
Don't say nothing. This one chick, Yandy from Love and Hip Hop, she did the same thing. She married Mandisi. She had more money than him. He didn't know. She didn't file it. They had a big wedding and everything. It was televised. And then like the next year, we found out she never filed it. He found out 2 years later because he ended up going to jail for some drugs or some shit he had did in the streets, right? She filed it eventually after he got out. But she said she was worried about her money and her this and her that because, you know, but she'd already had 2 kids with the dude. So that was crazy to say you got 2 kids with him, but you didn't really want to marry him because you was worried about your money. She eventually filed it, but he didn't know. He was under the pretense that they were married, but they weren't.
Oh, they still married now, right?
They're married now because she eventually filed it. She filed it 3 years later. She filed it.
Oh, okay.
Food for thought. But anyway,
She told him the same thing over the phone. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Why? How is this going to set Nesto free?
they posted a new story 2 days ago with Deon. Deon's arrest. When Deon got arrested, I guess for the shooting for the mall or whatever, whenever he got arrested. They running that story now. They just the same bitch that put all my information out there, my mama, my brother, all of that shit.
Hey,
this
Nyla.
is her, Miss Nosy. She's just digging whoever she can think about that's been on the phone. She's just trying to dig up their background and bring up anything. So since Deon's been on the phone with you, they're trying to bring up Deon. I don't know what they can bring up about Dre. They're a fan of Dre. Everybody loves Dre. So I don't know. You know, somebody mentioned, you know, why don't you use Dre's lawyer? I don't know who that person is. Or if they just, you know, or if she did a background on them. But it's just.
They're just going on the conversation.
It's just nonstop. Them bitches are so, like.
Them bigot.
You know.
Them bigot.
Thirsty for a click. Just thirsty for a click. That's
and
all
so
it
are
is.
you.
And apparently everybody related to this is a story. It's a story.
Sonya act like we're Channel 13 News or something. I wasn't doing videos then, but I'm just saying Sonya act like we Channel 13 News or Channel 2 News. It's a story. They're running a story. This is her news. YouTube is her news, and she don't watch the news.
So now they got him out there. What is that supposed to be? A new highline? A new topic?
Yeah,
highline?
Yeah, it's a new topic. So.
Highline?
Story.
So now they got him out there. What is that supposed to be? A new highline? A new topic?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
topic. Boy, Nesto start talking and garbage just come out of his mouth. Nesto start talking, garbage falls out of Nesto's mouth. A new highline, a new topic. Is that supposed to be a new highline or something? A new topic? What in the heck is a topic, Nesto? What is a topic?
Topic, yeah, it's a new topic. So now they talking about the son and what he got. But I didn't click it. I didn't listen to. I just looked at the headline and they had his mug shot with his braids when he had twist in his hair or whatever.
Yeah, I just pulled that up.
That is.
Again.
And then they had a picture of you on it. You know, they pull everybody's pictures from their pages and stuff, and they put a picture of you on the side. It's stupid crazy. It's just out of fucking control at this point. But like I say, the only thing I focus on is the case and putting light and saying, you know, they were trying to, you know, say, okay, I said, okay, fine. It's civil. It's civil. And then I had to bring up the fact that if you dating somebody and money is exchanged, and if you feel like you want your money back, it's civil. You can't sit there and say that was. If you read, just going off the warrants, just reading what the warrants, I said, because I don't know anything but what the warrants say. I said, but just like me, how you talk on the phone about it. I said, only because me and this one girl kept going back and forth, and she kept just adamant. I don't know if it was the stepchild or, somebody over there in that camp,
Why would it be stepchild?
One of the girls, that's pissed off or whatever. But I brought everything out, and I was like, okay, I put everything out there. Because that's what.
Why, dummy? Why, big dummy? Why are you arguing with someone online? You don't know who it is, and you put everything like what out? Nesto just looking. Look at Nesto lips. Nesto like, I'm in deep doo-doo dealing with this lady. I'm in deep doo-doo. This is December of 2023. Nesto been locked up since July of 2022, and Nesto know he ain't getting out. Not if he banking on this fool to do anything.
I wanted to put everything out there to say, why were they saying he was so dangerous in court? And the one girl was like, aggravated robbery. I was like, just because you got a case and a conviction don't mean you did the crime. I said, you don't know anything about law. I said, I could be in a car. Somebody can go in the store and kill somebody and rob the store. I could not know anything, and I can get the charge and get convicted.
But that's not what happened.
Because I don't know no better. And they scare me into a conviction. Now I got a murder. Now I got an aggravated robbery on me. I never left the car. I said, so you can't sit there and say, just because somebody got a conviction, that they actually did the crime. Because a lot of people are just stupid when it comes to shit. They just read it and say, he did this, and I'm like, you don't know. I said, because he took a plea. He wasn't found guilty. He took a plea. I said, so he could have been scared into it at, in his early 20s. He was a kid. I said, so you just don't know. So that's why you got to speak on it when you go to court.
Big dummy. She's a dummy.
Okay. Well, that's a lot going on, ain't it?
I just wanted to make sure that I put light on it, because everybody was just so one-sided. They're not saying the extremities as they were saying when those child P charges came out. They're not going in like they were going in at all. They're mainly, for the most part, still coming after me. That one girl, she just be trying to figure out new angles to drag somebody in the story to get a click, like people really care about, what's going on with Deon. I don't know. It got 10,000 clicks.
Hey, Nyla.
That ain't shit.
Money in her pocket. Shit, I made $100.
Ooh, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. You made $100. How do you know that? Was it super chats? Look at this heifer. Look at this heifer. And look at him. He want to say so bad, that ain't it. Exactly.
I only got 83,000 views.
Wow.
Girl, goodbye.
Okay then. Okay.
But I'm about to switch it up. After I think I'm supposed to say something today, because the tapes got out about the boyfriend thing back in July. I mean, you had that conversation.
No.
They released that tape.
Tape?
You remember?
Not really. Not really.
This girl thinks she's famous. Nesto, do you see how she's lost focus? Do you see how this girl thinks she's the star? As if Nesto's supposed to remember every conversation y'all had. You want everybody to remember a conversation you had about you dating someone else or having another dude. Ain't nobody worrying about that. What does that have to do with Nesto's freedom? He want to tell her, girl, if you don't get your head out the clouds, get your head in the game and get me out of here. So how's that Innocence Project working? So how much money did you make again on YouTube? So you probably do need to go to work. If all you made on YouTube is $100, $100, as a native tribe urban media would say. Make sure y'all subscribe. $100. Po Nesto.
I don't.
It was the last of one of them type of conversations that we had, but I'd already admitted to saying that it got deeper than it should have got, and then we backed out. So that was talking about July. This was after we were on the phone talking. It was already her saying that she wanted a divorce, and then you saying you were already done. So that's why I had to go in and cut into this one girl and say, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, y'all keep harping on that shit. I said, I care about that about this much. I said, my whole concern is his case. I could give two fucks about all that other shit y'all talking about. That whole thing. Y'all so worried about who fucking who and who's a side chick and who's this and who's that. I said, y'all worry about the wrong thing. And they brought up, the same chick brought up somebody. She put a picture of some older lady. I don't know who it is. And she's trying to say that lady's trying to say she's out of $200,000 because of you. Somebody else is an old.
Did she say older? Ma'am, that lady looks younger than you. What you talk about delusion? We know who that is, and if you don't know, that lady does not want to be on YouTube, so I won't put her out there. But if you know, you know. If you following the case, y'all know who she talking about. Who Nesto allegedly stole $200,000 from. It's in the discovery. It's in the documents that Will Wooten put out. The text messages between him and her. Lord, let me go back just a little bit.
Older lady. I don't know who it is, and she's trying to say that lady's trying to say she's out of $200,000 because of you. Somebody else. It's an older chick. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the actual real estate girl.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's the same. They going, yeah, they done pull their stuff up, putting them on there.
Shit. That's the same shit then. That's what going to court for, because that's about the same amount of money.
That lady don't even want to be out there like that. But you still took her money. Allegedly.
Right. That's what they talking about.
Her and some other chick or whatever. But I was like, so, you know,
so they don't pull that up. They pull that up. So you're saying that them people talking about the case?
So I don't know what she said. I just look at the head. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I don't open up and hear anything because
stop lying.
She's very extremely. That's the one that kept calling me a hoe. And you know, she's
the one talking about you want to be talking about God first after she be talking.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the same thing, shooter. You talk about God all the time, and you steal people money. What does it have to do with Nala saying amen? What does that have to do with anything? She can't talk about you because she say amen.
She'd be like,
man, that lady crazy, Jesus man.
Christ. She'd be calling me a hoe, and then she'd be like, Jesus Christ, and amen, and all of that, and then be like, ho, 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 and sucking and fucking, and then she'd start talking about church. And
wow.
Amen. Amen.
These people, and they all keep trying to come, well, you know, because you're atheist. Okay, so I act better than all of y'all put together, because y'all want to do, well, not really on my channel, because I don't allow name calling and bullying and negativity. I let a person like those 3 girls that like to come on there and go in a little bit, and then everybody be like, block her. And I be like, no, if she keep it respectful, she can say how she feels, because I need to answer the hard questions, because everybody else is just, you know, asking these little things. Let me, you know, put out there what she talking about, you know. And I'm sad. So they keep going back to the fact, mad that I sent you pictures of your wife. You remember back in April, right? Well, why did you do that? I said, I think I told you this. Didn't I tell you this? When the girl
no, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that.
So the bitch was trying to go in, and I said, first of all, they was together, and that's his wife. And if he want to see his wife, he can see his wife. I said, but y'all got pictures of me talking about, oh, well, you got an attitude when she put your picture out. I said, the bitch put my picture out for the world to see. She didn't send my picture to somebody I deal with. I said, so get it straight. I said, how are you going to even compare the two? I said, and I had to tell her, I said, you sound dumb. You sound real dumb trying to compare a blogger who I don't know, putting my picture, my family's picture, and going through his page, putting his pictures all on her shit. He don't know her, and he don't need his pictures out there for the world to see. But you're going to try to compare that to me sending privately something that he only can see. He only can see this. I said, this bitch got the whole world looking at these pictures, putting my face out there when I didn't want my face out there. Because if that was the case, I would have came out myself and said, oh, yeah, me, it's not her.
Well, you put your coochie out there. You put your coochie out there. And you got a page, you got a social media page, so hey, anybody can go anywhere and do anything with your picture. You put it out there.
Talking about me, I'm the person on the phone. I said, but
Okay.
This hair. Look at this hair she keep messing with.
There's a lot going on.
Like, how do you tell him anything? Do you think he wants to hear that? I was like, whenever he tells me he don't want to hear something, because they hear the phone calls, I said, whenever he says he don't want to hear something, then I won't tell him. But he gonna hear everything and know everything. And
girl, you don't stop talking. When he tell you to stop, you don't stop. So, stop.
Decide if he doesn't want to hear something. I'm seeing it, I'm going through it. He can go through it. It ain't that bad. It's just compared to what you're dealing with here, all this shit is nothing. It's just bullshit, gossip.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to what I'm going through right now.
It ain't nothing. And that's why I kept telling him, I could care two fucks. Y'all worried about who fucking who and all that. I said, I'm not worried about that shit. Why'd you go on Tashi K? I said, to put light on his situation. That's exactly what it did. I said, put light on his court case, because y'all kept calling him this, that, and the other, talking about he with zoo animals and this, that, all of this messy shit y'all kept saying about him with this case. I said, and all I wanted to do was put light on the real of the situation, and that's what I did. These boots are ugly.
Yeah, they're really, really, really ugly.
Oh my God! I'm just looking at them like.
That's why I need my Bible.
Lord, he don't know she talking about her boots. I hope, because I know he ain't gonna agree with her like that. He ain't gonna talk about her like that. He wants to pump her up so she can get to work and make that money. She talking about the boots are ugly. Is that why you didn't put them in the camera? Need your Bible. So he requested that Bible, what, a week or so ago? Okay, Nesto. I mean, you'll get it.
Oh my God! I'm just looking at him like.
That's why I need my Bible.
Just looking at him like. This shit look wicked. I'm gonna take these to the homeless shelter.
What, the shoes?
Yeah, some homeless chick will like them.
Girl.
She get back on her feet. She can wear them at the club.
Girl.
Yeah.
But you put them on.
The other guy, he probably hit you up when you get on your thing tonight. The guy from Macon.
Get more. Did he write you?
No, he can't. You got to, that takes like 15 days, but they gonna probably hit you on your thing tonight.
Who?
I gotta, I want,
because I wrote him back and told him that I wrote him back.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote him back and told him that he can hit me up on that text thing, but I ain't heard that. But I'm pretty sure I told him to hit you on your thing.
Who is this
he
person?
got my message from the first live that I did, and I'll go on there because I want what's the name to sit with me, the one that sat with you, that was locked up with you, the movie guy.
Yeah.
Rook.
I just want him to do a character,
Crook.
Situation as to how your character was when he was locked up and what how you was.
This girl's crazy.
And just his thoughts on it, because that's an impartial person. Because everybody think I'm dictified and shit, so they think my mind is just gone and I'm kind of there and I'm kind of not there.
True.
So you get somebody that's impartial.
Wow. Okay.
There's only two people that said that, but everybody else is like tight-lipped about it because they was just like, damn, we never thought about that. We never thought about it being civil because they don't. They don't think about the law and criminal justice and the difference between something that's a civil case as opposed to something that's criminal. You didn't even think about that till I mentioned it to you when we was reading the warrants, and I was like, that's civil. That's not. If you want your money back and you ask for it and you don't get it, then you take it to civil court and then you civilly sue the person. You can't sit there and date a person and money's exchanged. I said this on my live. I wish I could have seen you my live.
Girl,
the same.
Why did you wear your hair like that? That is so freaking annoying. This girl gonna do that 1,000 freaking times sitting there. If the middle part didn't work, I mean, what was the middle part doing? Showing a bald spot to the point where you got to comb that over and be messing with it the whole time?
You're trying to say he took some money and misappropriate the funds. She said go buy biscuits and he came back with a tire. Okay, that's the same thing when a girl says I'm pregnant and I need $1,000 because I need money for an abortion, and the bitch go buy a bag. I said that's the same situation. I said, so is that a crime? It's the same thing if I say I need money for my light bill. It's $300. They about to turn it off and he give me $300 and I go buy some shoes. That's misappropriated funds. That's me lying to get money for one thing and I'm going to buy another thing. I said it's the same thing. I said, so what's the difference? Is that a crime? I said, no, it's a problem. I said, you could cause problem in it because, you lied to get the money. I said, but it's a relationship. I said, so therefore, it's civil. I said, if he walked up to a stranger and had a meeting with a stranger and this, that, and the other, and kind of conned the stranger. Even my sister had went through this with this guy who said if she gave him, I think it was $2,000, he worked for a furniture store in Miami. He could get her a discount and he'd have her pick out all this furniture. The dude took the money and just ran with it, right? So she went to the police and she had no type of dealings with him other than that, right? And the police was like, that's civil. You got to sue him. And they was like that.
So not knowing that some of these people have already sued Nesto, right? And not putting together that this is a pattern. Not a pattern, but a pattern. This is a pattern, Sonya. He's done it to too many people.
Not even criminal. And he got $2,000 just trying to say, I'm going to hook you up with some furniture. And he just took the money and bounced with it, not answering the phones, nothing, just avoiding her. And so she had to get a PI to, track him down and this, that, and the other. That's why I was like, it's a fine line between, but not your case. It's because when me and the attorney was speaking on it, he was like, that's civil. He was like, that's civil. They would have to really try to prove in his attempt that it's criminal.
So how is that going with the new person?
I didn't call him. I gotta call him today because a holiday, and I know he's probably on vacation.
Oh, okay.
He's probably on vacation.
So she's talking about how everybody else is crazy, but she's fussing at her boots. She's fussing at her boots.
These fucking shoes is crazy.
Homeless lady boots.
And I walked back in the house and was like, then I was running late and I was just like, fuck it. I'll just, it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Okay.
Shoes is crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. And I walked back in the house and was like, then I was running late and I was just like, fuck it. I'll just, it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Okay. So, I did get a letter. I can tell you, but I did get a letter that they put in for another bond reduction for. I
told you all your cases except for old boy's cases.
Old boy is they for old boy cases. Yeah. No, I never probably didn't see it, but that's what I got, saying that they put in for another bond reduction.
So Creole Lewis put in for a bond reduction?
Yeah, that's what it says. Yes.
That motherfucker bipolar.
I'm just trying to tell you what I got now,
He's bipolar. But I be talking mad shit on him too, on the thing. So he must be here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me and my mouth. I was like, Yeah, he gonna get sued for all of that back. So, or either he heard the phone call. I don't know, but he knows.
Or either he doesn't have time to listen to any of that bull because he works.
So maybe he's trying to step that up so he don't have to pay no money back because he know he fucked up. He ain't got it.
Okay, well then maybe I don't know. I don't know. All I know is just what I got. That's what they say. Put in another, and yeah. And I'm not going in front of the same judge. I'm going in front of somebody else.
You get a court date?
No, I don't have that. No, I
didn't see it filed. I looked at it this morning.
Yeah, that's what it says. It is filed.
So he see it, but she don't see it.
The same person going in front of somebody else. Yeah, not going in front of that person that you liked so much, and then they disappointed you.
Because your lawyer didn't elaborate on your illness. She just spoke just generally.
No, not that person, not that one. I'm talking about that other one, the first one, the first one. The one what made getting that 800,000. That one.
Oh, her Manning.
Yeah.
You're not going in front of her. No, you going in front of Kim, the black chick.
I don't know who it's gonna be. Yeah.
I need to call her office so they can look at it too.
Oh
so
yeah.
She can see what I've been saying about the case because this is crazy. You need to write her. You need to write that judge. Can you write the judge?
That's not my judge. I don't know who my judge is. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
She was you don't have a judge right now because your cases aren't assigned. But
right, that's right.
Whoever was heard on that, like she was the last judge that heard you on those cases. So until you get heard again, you can write her.
Yeah, but I'm not fooling with them folks right now. I'm just gonna wait till the lawyer come
your attorney, the attorney that I talked to, he told me she's a good judge. She's a fair judge. As long as you got your shit in order when you come to court, she's gonna do what she's supposed to.
Yeah, but guilty is guilty though, Sonya. Got what in order? What evidence have you pulled up or been able to present to show Nesto's innocent? You missing that part.
Do.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell.
I mean, I thought she did good. Had your lawyer had her shit together, you could have, she was, and it looked like she was like anything. You get me?
Yeah, and that's true. This is true.
Yeah, because she asked, is what she talking about when the judge asked Nesto to talk and he wouldn't say nothing? The cat had his tongue. What'd you say, sir? Huh? The judge said, huh? Nesto said, the judge said, what you say? Nesto said, not a damn thing.
But, hey, what you smiling for? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is like it. Yeah, I'm gonna hang in there.
Real quick, because we can't talk about this on the phone. Your son, I can't believe that shit. With his little wussy butt.
You know what? Hey, just forgive him and move forward. Because guess what? He don't even know what's coming his way. So,
I'm not giving you nothing till he call me and say happy birthday to me.
Man, that's some kid stuff.
This is man's life. You playing games and you 30-something years old acting like you a toddler. Talking about he need to call me and say happy. I almost died in a car accident. Were you hospitalized? No. But then how did you almost die?
See?
Because your car got towed. You got up and walked away. How did you almost die? I'm trying.
You don't have to suffer in a hospital, almost die, you dingbat. You dim wit. She's so stupid. And she got to trash his son before they hang up the line. Because why y'all can't talk about it on the phone? We getting the visits too, Sonya. Hadn't gotten them yet at this point in December of 23. But why she thought that the visits couldn't be obtained? Why you got to talk about his son before y'all hang up the line?
You figure that out. That's a drama queen.
Wow, now he's the queen.
My car got totaled. That doesn't mean you could get in a fender bender and die in a fender bender. It's not about the severity of the car. It's what did it do to your body? Did you break something? Were you hospitalized? Did they life flight you out of there?
Trash.
No, you walked away, right? So how did you almost die?
Yeah. Don't pay that stuff no attention. That's don't pay it. That ain't nothing, man. That trust me.
You gotta look and see. You know, sometimes when the sibling is and you got a little of that in you, but you ain't all the way there. But you got a little bit of that.
Wow.
Fathers.
So if you almost lose your life in a car accident, you gay for complaining about it? You gay for talking about a car accident, a bad car accident? And just because you walk away doesn't mean you weren't hurt or injured. A lot of people refuse to go to the hospital and need medical attention. You trash. So she wants to use the last minute of their visit to call Deon gay, to call him a wussy butt. And Nesto still talks to this trash box to this day. Look at him. And he just, talk about gay folks and Nesto get happy apparently. I'm surprised he asked her to check on Gary with the T. His secret lover.
Others are so important.
That's
why I was like, because it's a lot of straight guys that like women, but they got a, you know what I'm saying, that overly sensitive side. You just be like, what the fuck? I love you.
Well, they love you too. I ain't got that. I'm straight.
I know what you are. Call me
no,
in
you're
an
not.
hour.
Thank you, Phone Calls from Prison, for releasing these video visits. Please subscribe to Phone Calls from Prison and check out her Patreon and membership. Nesto declares that he's straight. I want to hear that one more time.
Fuck, I love you.
Well, they love you too. I ain't got that. I'm straight. I
know what you are. Call me.
Sonya, how do you know? How do you know what Nesto is? You got a straight dildo up your ear. And that makes Nesto straight? Working the dildo don't make you straight, Sonya. Wow. It got good at the end. This girl saves the end of the visit to trash Deon. Nesto is slime. Nesto is a worm. Let this girl sit here and talk trash about your child because your child wants a birthday call. Because Nesto thought that all he could do was call and give orders from the jail cell to everybody to prove his innocence when he's not innocent. What did you want Deon to do? Deon probably knows you did at least half of this stuff. This is amazing. She can't get no evidence. She can't get no lawyer. She can't pay for this. She can't pay for that. All she can do is try to dress cute and come up to the jail, put some money on the books and the phone calls, and talk trash about all his people. And he just skinning and grinning. He grinning from ear to ear, y'all. He loving it. He loving it. Everybody else is so funny, yet he's locked up. And she having the time of her life talking to this inmate. This is depressing. I mean, if I was Sonya, I'd be depressed. That all I got to do is get dressed, lie about my hair, lie about my race. Well, at least this is better than her going off and about politics. I don't know. I prefer this over the politic conversation and the conspiracy theory conversations. So, hope y'all enjoyed. I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, and also, we're on the road to Nesto's final plea date, April 30th. I can't wait.
That's my motherfucking goddamn dance. You know what that means? For the haters. The ones who don't believe in me. I don't give a damn about you. I'm getting to the money.